17 years for nothing. I was 15 when I first walked into my father's workshop as more than just a curious kid. It wasn't glamorous, it smelled of grease, sweat, and metal. But to me, it was magical. Every spark from the welding torch felt like a star being born, every sound of an engine roaring back to life gave me goosebumps. While my friends were out chasing parties, I was chasing bolts and blueprints. I wasn't just learning, I was living for that shop. And I believed, deep in my heart, that one day, all this hard work would pay off. 17 years. That's how long I dedicated my life to my father's business. I worked weekends. I skipped vacations. I turned down relationships because the workshop came first. I was there when the first customers walked in the morning, and I was the one closing the doors at midnight. By my late 20s, I wasn't just an employee anymore. I was running the show. Customers trusted me. Workers followed me. Even my dad started spending more time at home because he knew I had it all under control. I thought it was only a matter of time before he would say, "Son, you've earned it. This is yours now." But life doesn't always reward loyalty. One evening, Dad called a family meeting. I remember the smell of roasted chicken still in the air, the way my mother smiled nervously, as if she already knew what was coming. And then he said it. "The business will go to your brother-in-law." I froze. My brother-in-law? The guy who barely ever stepped foot inside the shop. The guy who didn't know the difference between a carburetor and a crankshaft. I felt like the floor had been ripped out from under me. 17 years of sweat, of sacrifice, of building his dream, and in the end, he gave it all away, to someone else. That night, I cried like a child. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Because it felt like more than betrayal. It felt like my entire identity had been stolen. But here's the thing about hitting rock bottom, it forces you to rise. After weeks of anger and silence, I realized something important: if I could build his business, I could build my own. So I rented the tiniest garage you could imagine. 4 walls, peeling paint, and barely enough space to fit 2 cars. I had just enough savings for basic tools. The first day, I sat in that empty garage, staring at the floor, wondering if I had made the biggest mistake of my life. But then the phone rang. It was an old customer. He said, "I don't care where you are. I trust you, not the new guy." Word spread faster than I could have ever imagined. Within weeks, customers were lining up. Some of the workers who had once followed my dad quietly left the old shop and joined me. They believed in me. The brother-in-law's business? It started crumbling. No loyalty. No trust. Because you can't inherit respect, you have to earn it. 1 year later, my small garage had turned into a thriving company. More clients, better work, a stronger team. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't just working for someone else's dream. I was building my own. Do I still feel the sting of betrayal? Yes. Family betrayal cuts deeper than anything else. But here's what I've learned. Backhand index pointing right: you don't owe your life to someone just because they're family. Backhand index pointing right: your dedication, your skills, your sacrifices, they are yours. No one can take them from you. Backhand index pointing right: and when someone shuts a door in your face, don't waste your life banging on it. Build your own door. Because sometimes the greatest betrayal is not the end, it's the beginning. That's my story. 17 years of loyalty, destroyed in one night. But also the story of how betrayal gave me freedom.